Yet I will be ripped apart before I choose a side. Yet the shadow of glass beneath my feet, it cuts this godforsaken street. Why can't we make things disappear? Steal the poison from our tears. Oh, crocky crosses pinned on the wall. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they seem no more, no Rocky crosses pinned on the walls. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they seem no more, no
Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
Not again, says Z. Yes, people, welcome back to another stream. Smash these likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well. If you're new, hit that like button on the way in. Manchester City have now officially signed Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace for 20 million quid, guys. Yeah, unbelievable fee. 300 grand a week for the kid. Fair play to him. You know what I mean? That's the way the world is now in the Premier League football. The money's there. He's getting the cash. He's getting the big cash. For some reason, everybody's going on about the money. Everyone seemingly wanted us to pay 75 million and give him 200 grand a week, which actually works out at more money than what we actually paid. So we can't do right for fucking doing wrong at the moment, lads. I'll be real with you when it comes to spending money. But yeah, hit these like buttons up, smash the subscribe button. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. How is he going to integrate into the team? Will he go straight in on Saturday? I imagine so. Where will he play, left side or right side? Can he challenge for a first team spot when Diaz and Gvardiol are back? Or do we see him more as a rotational player? Value for money. Big conversation tonight, guys. Smash these likes up as well. What you guys saying, man? Shameless. I know, mate. I know. Hope we win the Carabao Cup. More trophies, says Zane. Gay isn't good in small pocket space, though. What the hell does that even mean? I'm on a big 6-9. Not tonight, bro. I got cut by Jamal. I did. Listen, it was difficult. Obviously, we got roasted on Saturday, so, you know, well, what can I do there? What other club do they ask about wages? Yeah, not sure, man. It's just people. I highlighted this on Twitter today. I said, if we was to pay 75 million quid for him, by the way, and give him 200 grand a week, that would be more money over the length of the contract than what we paid. So what's the issue? But he's not worth 300 grand a week. Okay. So should we have paid 75 million and give him 200 grand a week? Yeah, but that's more money over the length of the contract. So you want us to pay even more money? These people can't do simple maths. Yeah, if you do simple maths, yeah, with a calculation, yeah, you realize that today is a better deal than paying 75 mil plus 20 mil. Oh, but wages are different. Oh, just fuck off, will you? Yeah, I can't be asked with these fucking bunch of accountants, man. Yeah, there's accountants everywhere, man. How about just fucking be buzzing that you signed a player? And for the rivals, yeah, obviously they're gutted in that, yeah. Liverpool fans probably wanted him at their club and that. But they're making out their play. So I seen a Liverpool fan today tell me that Wirtz was on 200 grand a week. I was like, you having a fucking laugh? 116 million pound player, and you try to tell me he's on 200k a week, bro. That guy will be on big cash, yeah. But obviously, you know what I mean? Everyone's an accountant these days. No one actually just wants to talk about the player, which we will do. But you know what I mean? You got like a little rant at the start of the stream, lads. You know how it is. Professor LB says, Andy, man, it does my head in, mate. Sancho's on 300 grand a week. Don't remember seeing him on the pitch. Yeah, exactly, man. Isak's probably on 300, 350k a week, man. Some people live in cloud cuckoo land, mate. Seriously, they live in cloud cuckoo land, yeah? I swear I seen something about Roy Keane say that he was on 90 grand a week at United at the end of his best contract. That was 25 years ago. You know what I mean? Honestly, man, it's crazy. Yes, LB, Guehi is still, I swear. I really like him. I keep saying it, yeah, because I was legit. I was facts. I wanted him last January, mate. I think he's a really, really good player. I don't think a lot of people are I think a lot of people have tried to play down the signing. I think he's really good, man. I remember watching him for England in the Euros a couple of years ago, and he was outstanding. And since then, I've watched him for Palace. He's really good. He's good on the ball. Yeah, I've seen him score a few goals as well off of set pieces and that, which will be a nice addition to the team if he can add a few goals. He's quick, athletic, strong. He's prem proven. He's about to enter his prime years. Like, I just think it's like a no-brainer. I think it's literally a no-brainer transfer. I really, really do. I think it's a class signing from City. I think that, yeah, 300k is a lot of money, but at the end of the day, you know, if we got him in the summer, you would have had to pay him a £10 million sign-on bonus anyway, or whatever it was. So, yeah, for me, I think too many people these days are not focusing on the actual player himself rather than just looking at the money involved. Yeah, because they're all a bunch of weirdos, mate, if I'm being honest with you. I'm happy with Guehi. He's got what it takes. I think so as well, man. I think so as well. You listened to his interview as well, chat. Have you guys listened to his interview? He did an interview with City before. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I watched it before, man. And he comes across as a proper humble guy. Yeah, he obviously wants to come in and help the team and that. And I'm really looking forward to him. I think him and Huzanov in the next couple of weeks together, obviously Diaz and Gvardiol are out. I think that could be a really interesting back two partnership because they're both pretty fast, aren't they? Huzanov's rapid, Guehi's pretty fast as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be yeah. Shout out to Palace fans as well, man. Oh, shout out to them. I can't remember the last time we signed a player and the fans actually just was like, "Yo, respect to the player. Go and do bits." Yeah, I've seen a lot of Palace fans on their Twitter because he did I don't know if you guys seen it, but he also did an interview with Crystal Palace, and they released an interview as well. I watched that as well, man, and he was the guy was just thanking everybody at Palace, saying thank you to the fans and that, and yeah, now respect to the respect to the Palace fans, man. Yeah, there was class from them, I can't lie. Gvardiol, Guehi, Diaz, Huzanov as an actual defense. I mean, you can do that. The thing is, yeah, you've got a lot of different options now. Pep's got options. He can run Gvardiol left back. He can run O'Reilly. He can run Nori. Centre back. You know, he's got all these different options. Guehi, Diaz, Gvardiol when he's back. Huzanov. Yeah, if you want to be a bit more defensively solid, you go Huzanov right back. You could play Nunes, but Nunes has been chill right back defensively anyway, so that's not really an issue right now. He's got options, man. I think that all we need now for me is another right back, yeah, because we can't really be in a position where Nunes goes down injured and the whole system just kind of fucks up. So I think we should go and look for another right back. I wouldn't. Nunes has impressed me so much that I would actually look for sort of like a younger right back and that, rather than go and get a big name like Livramento. But you get that in. You get a midfielder in the summer. Anderson is my preference. And I think you're thereabouts then. I really don't. I think the rebuild is finally done, man. I think the rebuild is finally done. Yeah, exactly, bro, Mustafa. Right back and Anderson, and then we're chilling. Then we're done then. Then it's just one out, one in. One out, one in. Do you know what I mean? Gvardiol will go back to left back, O'Reilly to midfield as an 8. Maybe. I don't know. The Gvardiol one's a weird one because he obviously played left back and he was unbelievable. One of the best left backs in the world. He was absolutely outstanding. And then he goes to centre back, and then it's like, oh my God, these like passes from deep, these line breaking passes that he can do, the ability to play out from the back, and he's like, oh my God. But then he went back to left back again, and he was just mega. So I don't know what you do. I think his best position might be left back, but for City, I think the ability to play out from the back and break the lines. He might be better for us as an actual centre back. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Oh, we lagged, did we? Maybe refresh stream if it lagged. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Gvardio's best position is, man. He's mega both positions. He's mega both positions, to be honest with you. He is. He's just class. Also, LB, we don't need to have a world-class player in every position. No, I agree with that. I agree. You don't need to have a world-class player in every position. But you need a few world-class players. If you want to win the Champions League, you know, look at the starting 11 that we had when we won the Champions League last time. We had a lot of world-class players. So you got to have a few. And obviously Gvardio is one of them. But anyway, let's focus on Mark Guehi. So transfer is now done. 20 million. Just to recap, he can't play in the next 2 games of the Champions League against Bodo and Galatasaray because he's not registered. However, providing City make it to the last 16, which would be crazy if we didn't, he can then play in the knockout rounds of the Champions League. He's never actually played the Champions League. He was obviously at Chelsea for a bit. I think he was on the bench. I think he was on the bench once for Chelsea in the Champions League because it does actually show Champions League on his thing. But no, he's never actually played a Champions League game. European football, though, he has played a few European games. If I get his numbers up here, obviously Palace are in the Conference League this year, so he's played 6 games for Crystal Palace in the Conference League this year. That's his only European experience, but he's also played 26 times for England as well, including that Euros when he was fantastic, man. He was absolutely incredible. So yeah, shout out to him there. Who did we play against in that tournament, man? I remember watching him in that tournament. I couldn't believe how fucking good he was, man. He was so good. Serbia, Denmark, Slovenia, Slovakia, Netherlands, and Spain. Yeah, I thought it was class, man. In that Euros 2024, 2 years ago, I thought it was absolutely exceptional, me boys. I can't lie. And I think that tournament was like an eye opener for me because I watched him and I thought, nah, this guy's the real deal, man. When you're putting on those performances on an international stage, nah, you're the real deal. And ever since then, I've always kind of wanted him. Last January, I was saying, come on, man, we need a centre back. Let's go and get Guehi. We didn't. Obviously, went and got Huzanov and Vita Hayes, which is cool. But now we've got him. I'm over the moon with it, man. I think it's a top signing. A top signing. In terms of experience, obviously he's played for a couple of teams now. Chelsea only played 2 games for. He then went to Swansea, played 60 matches. I think he was there on loan. And then he went to Palace. He's played 188 games. So in total, he's played about 260 games with England, about 280 games. So he's played a lot of football for himself. In terms of injuries, he's only ever had 3 injuries according to Transfermarkt. Now, bearing in mind he's 25 years old, that is a fantastic injury record, only having 3 injuries according to Transfermarkt. He had a groin injury in 2021, 11 days out. He had a knee issue in 2024. He was out for 3 months, and then he had an ankle injury 2 months ago. He was out for 2 weeks. So that's really fucking good, man. 3 injuries at the age of 25. That's elite. That is elite, man. Brilliant. So he's getting injured in his first game. Probably getting injured on his first game. That's how the game works, man. I've never watched this guy unless we played Palace. Bro, I don't know. Are you not English? Did you not watch the Euros? Maybe you're not English, innit? I watched him at the Euros, man, 2 years ago for England, and he was class. He was top class. Yeah, he's got a bit of pace about him as well, Bryson. He's got a bit of pace about him, man. He has. He's got a bit of pace about him. He's good on the ball. Good corner ability as well. Yeah, he's got 8 goals. I think he got 8 goals for Palace since he's been at the football club. No, 11, sorry. He's got 11. 11 in 188. And I think Diaz has got like 6 in 270. And one of them was a screamer from the edge of the box. So when you consider that, it's almost double the amount of goals in 60 less games. So it should be a little bit more of an impact as well. And if we can start getting Omar Mamouche to take some of the fucking corners, then we might actually have a chance of bloody scoring a couple of fucking goals off corners, man. Yeah? What's his weakness? Listen, whenever I've watched him, I've never really seen like oh my God, he's really bad at this. Some people say that he's bad in the air. I've never clocked it personally from watching him. Now, maybe the stats tell you that he ain't good in the air. I don't know, but I've never watched him and be like, oh my God, this guy is weak in the air. I don't know. I've never really seen that, but people tell me that he's bad in the air. Well, I don't know. I've never clocked it. I've never watched it and be like, yo, yeah, this guy is bad in the. I've never seen it, but people tell me that. And exactly then, it doesn't really make fucking sense. How's he good in the air? But how's he not good in the air, but it's good on corner? Exactly. How's he scored 11 goals? Yeah, he's got 20 goals in his career. Yeah. Oh, some of them were for academy. That's a bit fraudulent. He's got 11 goals for Palace. Yeah, like in 188 games, that's decent little return. So that don't really make sense. Bill Judge Moore says Guehi will win you the league. Well, if we're going to win the league, he'll help us win the league. That's for sure. Will we win the league? Don't know. Probably not the way we're playing, but he'll definitely help us. Do you rate him as an S defender? Do you rate him as a defender S or A plus? What does that mean? Do you rate him as a defender S or A plus? What does that mean, MD? I don't know what that means. Let me know in the chat what that means, bro. I don't know what that means. S defender. Yeah, I don't know what that means, bro. He has a higher aerial dual win percentage than Diaz SEA. He'll do well in a high line. He's all right. The tier list, right? He's an all-rounder. I don't think he's best at anything, but he's good all round. Well, that's funny you say that because I don't know if you've watched the interview, lad. But in the interview, the City guy, the guy interviewing Guehi today on the interview said to him, like, "What's your strengths?" And the guy basically said, he said, this is what Guehi said. He said, "I don't really have any standout strengths. I just feel like I'm a really good all-rounder." And to be honest, I probably agree with him. Like, I don't look at him again and go, "Oh, like he's absolutely mint at this." I just think he looks like a decent all-round player, but I think he's really good, man. I think he's a really good player. I know Haaland is performing well before expectations. Yeah, we'll come on to that in a bit, bro. Apparently, the stats say he isn't great in ground duels, LB, but he rarely gets in positions where he gets in duels. There you go, then. That's not too bad. LB is massively improved in aerial duels this year, according to the stats. The thing is with the stats is, you got to be careful, man. You got to be really, really freaking careful when you're looking at stats, guys. You do, man. Like, stats are a bit weird. Like, you can look at them by all accounts, like by all means, yeah. Look at stats if you want to look at stats. And I sometimes look at a bit of stats, yeah. I'm not against it, but nothing beats the eyes, guys. Yeah, the eyes, man. The eyes tell you everything, mate. I'm telling you. Got a £30 million for 20. What? He's not a £30 million player. He's well more than that, bro. If he didn't have a bad contract, he's a 60, 70, 75 million pound player. This isn't a dig at Guehi, but he's the James Milner of centre-back, says Strood. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, bro. Guehi is exactly that. He's very good in everything, but he isn't the best in anything. Yeah, and that's cool with me. That's cool with me, bro. Big up Stuart, says, "Sup, lad, just tuning in whilst at work. Get back to shift, lad. Yeah, someone's paying you wages, man." Oh, God. Part of the 300k is a sign-on bonus. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Look at Reinders. It's clear not as good as ground duels. Yeah, that's cool, though. But like I say, stats are not always right to look at. You're right, LB. Just look at the numbers. Cannot tell you everything. We are looking at people, not race car. Exactly. You got to use your eyes. Like, how many times do I do the player ratings, right? And I'll go through the stats of the player. And sometimes the stats of the player will be really bad, but the players played well. And sometimes the stats of a player will be really good, but they had a shit game. And I'll be like, "I'm sorry, these stats are not telling the full picture here." So you gotta use your eyes, man. And like I say, when I've watched him, I think he's a solid player, to be honest with you. But this is another point for me. It's like, what are we expecting from Guehi long term? Not necessarily this season, because obviously he's going to play every game for the rest of the season because Gavardio's broke his leg. But when Gavardio comes back, as a fan base, what are we expecting this guy to be? Are we expecting him to be on the bench, rotational player, pushing Gavardio, pushing Diaz, or do we expect him to take one of their positions? Do we expect Pep to put Gavardio back to left back and run Gavardio, Guehi, Diaz? Like, what do we expect as a fan base from this Guehi signing? Because for me, obviously, in the next 6 months, because of the injury to Gavardio, I expect him to start every game, right? I think that going into next season, I still think maybe Pep would prioritise Gavardio and Diaz as the two main centre-backs. But from what I've seen from Mark Guehi, I think he's got a very, very good chance of pushing Diaz all the way for that position. And if he does really well, it leaves the potential for Pep to put Gavardio back to the left-back position. Now, where that leaves Nori or Riley, that's a different conversation. But that's basically what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. But like I say, Mark Guehi now, if I was Mark Guehi's agent, I'd basically be saying to him, right, mate, you've got 6 months here unchallenged. You're not going to get that at City any other time. That is a very, very, very rare position. And by the way, I'd be saying the same to Huzanov. Yeah, used to have got a very, very unique position now where the two main centre-backs for City are out injured. And you've got 6 months, 5-6 months now of football at the top level to prove that you should keep that number one centre-back spot. And then when Diaz comes back, maybe Diaz has to hold bench. And then Diaz has to work his way back into the team. I think Gavadio walks straight back in. Whether he walks straight back in at centre-back or left-back, that's up for debate and up for Pep Guardiola to be. I just think Gavadio is just an unreal player. So I don't think he's a player that is going to struggle to get back into the team. But Diaz, I think Diaz is a player that could potentially find himself on the bench. And if he does, that's a good thing because that means Guehi and Huzanov have done really well. And then Diaz will have to come back and work his way back into the side. So that's a positive thing. Yeah, if Diaz comes straight back into the side, then that probably means Huzanov and Guehi haven't done that well, you know? So that's where I'm at with it. Let me know what you guys are saying. I'll come to these super chats in a minute, man. Shout out to Floor says, we've got to see some performances. To be fair, we might go next season and Guehi has been really poor. So yeah, exactly. No, I hear you. LB, it's time I think it's time we didn't give chance for Huzanov to prove himself at right back. We already know he's a mint centre back. Yeah, but I wouldn't be playing Huzanov as a right back at the moment because he's mint at centre half. Fucking love the guy, mate. That's how he had it in previous years, which is why Stones stepped up to the levels he did before because of strong competition. Facts. Yeah, I think eventually Guardiola will go back to left back. LB. Never know with Pep. Good strength in depth though, in it, which is what we need. Yeah, facts. It is indeed. And by the way, if Guardiola does end up going to say for example, yeah. Say I had a time machine, right? Say I had a time machine, and I'm going to now time advance, yeah, to next November 2026. And then I come back now, and I'm going to tell you, chat, Gavardio's playing, we don't have any injury problems, Gavardio's playing left back. I'd say that's probably a good thing, because that probably means that Guehi, Huzanov, and or Diaz are slamming it at centre-back. We don't need Gavardio there, so Gavardio's played left back. Yeah, that's an option. It is. Yeah, Guehi and one of Diaz, Huzanov, Vita Hayes at centre back next season, says Mojis. Where's Ake going to play? To be honest with you, Sev, I'd probably look at cashing in on Ake towards the end of the window. I'd leave it till deadline day, but I'd probably look at if we can get 10 million for Ake now, that pays for 50% of the Guehi signing. That's 25% of your original outlay recouped. I think that's unbelievable business for Manchester City Football Club. So if it was me now, I'd probably try and move Ake on towards the end of the window. He won't go, but he's not going to play for us, bro. So if he wants to be in the starting 11 for the Netherlands, he might have to leave and go. I think good thing is we've got a lot of options. Nunes, Guehi, Gavadio, Art Norris says Camis. Yeah, exactly, mate. That's facts. Diaz at his peak or slightly past it. Guehi's only going to improve this team, say with Huzanov, LB. Yeah, exactly, man. You're speaking facts in the chat. Look, some of these super chats that have come in, man. Shout out to Flaws. Says, not saying I agree with the wages Guehi's on. However, I have to admit, Liverpool fans are coping. They paid 105 million for Wirtz and put him on 200 grand a week. He's not on 200 grand a week either. He'll be on well more than that, bro. No chance is he on 200 grand a week. They put Salah on 400 grand. And he's fucking finished. Wirtz is a 116 million pound player. I'm telling you now, not a chance that guy's on 200 grand a week. Not a chance. Yeah. But like I said it on Twitter today. What did people want us to do? Pay 75 and put him on 200 grand a week. That's more money, you morons. If you do the maths, that's more money than what City have just done. But they don't want us to pay. Why? Why are rivals so bothered about what we pay our players? Yeah, fucking Arsenal pay Havertz about 270 grand a week. Havertz. Yeah. Big up Flaws. Big up Angel says, we caught life again thanks to Asna. Any hopes? But Fucking hell, man. This league title is long, innit, man? He's dragging it out, Arsenal. Part of me yesterday was like, fucking the other day, I was like, Arsenal, just win the game, man. Put me out of my misery. But they don't. They just refuse to kill us off. They refuse. Listen, it's tough, man. I can't lie, bro. We're 7 points behind. We've not won a game in 4. We've scored 1 open play goal in the last 4 games. The teams that we've played, I think, are shit, if I'm being honest with you. United is shit. Chelsea was shit. Brighton weren't that great. Sunderland were all right, but we still should have beaten. We had the chances. Maybe not shit. Maybe shit's a little bit too strong, but they weren't great, man. And we can't fucking score goals, bro. Like, we just can't score goals, man. It's unreal, because that's one area of the team that you would have thought like we was pretty decent, but we can't score goals. We can't create chances at the moment, and we can't score goals. So until we start scoring goals and winning games again, I think talking about the title is a bit stupid. Let's see where we are in 5 matches' time. If we're winning games again, we're playing a bit better, we're scoring goals, maybe Arsenal drops another point or 2, then yeah, maybe we can talk about it. But right now, I just think it's a bit stupid, man, talking about the league when we can't win a game. Big up Rajiv as well. Says, why is this shit not coming up on screen? There you go. New week, time to regroup and start kicking ass again, says Rajiv. Well, this is it now for me, yeah. Let's go and see. Listen, I'm not being funny, yeah, but that performance against United at the weekend was diabolical, yeah. I got mates, yeah, who are the biggest happy clappers you ever seen. Yeah, they're always fucking, oh, everything's great. When we won 1 game in 14 last year, everything's fine. Like, they're the biggest. Even they were fucking going mad on Saturday. Yeah, I've seen people on the Twitter timeline who I follow, some of them I don't follow, who they never say anything bad about City or the players or the manager ever. Even they were fucking going in on the players. You know what I mean? And shit on Saturday. It was diabolical. So the players know this because obviously they're all on social media. They're on Instagram. They're on Twitter, these players. So they know what's going on. These players, yeah, would have seen that. And I think sometimes they need to see it and sometimes they don't. And I think they needed to see it, if I'm being honest with you. Not all the time. Sometimes it's best if they just stay off, yeah. But I think they needed to see it, man. So let's see what reaction we get tomorrow night. I'm not being funny. You win tomorrow night, it's pretty much secured Champions League quarter final, round of 16. Do we have a round of 16? Yeah, we have round of 16. Pretty much qualified. Let me see what bounce back we do tomorrow. Because if you don't bounce back tomorrow with a good performance, then are we ever going to bounce back? If you can't bounce back after United loss, humiliating performance, then you're never going to. So I'm looking that. I think that game tomorrow night is very, very, very important. Very important. Because we all need to see how the players bounce back. You know what I mean? Also, Marmoushi's with the squad as well, by the way. Didn't think he was going to be with the squad, but he is actually with the squad. That's a big positive. Will he play? I'd fucking play him. I'd play him. I think we need him. If I was Pep, right, I'd put him to one side tonight, me, and say, right, you're starting tomorrow. Yeah, you've obviously not played a lot of football this season for whatever reason. I need you now. Fucking show me why. Show me why you should have been playing before you went to AFCON. Show me why and see what he can do. And if he starts and he just drops stinker after stinker, then cool, whatever. And obviously, the guy ain't doing the business, but he's got such a brilliant opportunity now, Marmouche, to show everybody and show Pep. You should have been starting me. You should have been playing me before AFCON. And this is why. Boom. Prove a point, innit? Big up Gary says, what do you think of a Huzanov-Guehi partnership? I think it's mega, Gary. Yeah, I think you're the guy who always glazes Huzanov in the chat, aren't you? Yeah, I think it's mega. I think it's going to be good. It's a lot faster than we've seen. We've had certain centre-back partnerships over the last 12 months that have been really slow. This is fast. It's a good, strong back line. If we are going to continue to play a bit of a higher line, that should help us because obviously, Huzanov probably one of the fastest players in the league. Guehi's got some nice speed to him as well. So yeah, I like it. The problem is, Gary, you've got to develop relationships on the football pitch. They don't just go like that. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't happen. If you got to put Guehi and Huzanov, and it's going to take them time. It's going to take them time to develop that on-field relationship. The problem is we can't afford to drop any points. If you still consider us to be in a title race, you can't afford to drop any more points. So yeah, that's why. But I think it's going to be really good, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Smash these likes up as well, chat. If you've not done so already, hit the like button down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Big up to everyone that's watching on Twitter as well. Let's see what else you guys are saying. There are some people speaking about Donnarumma comments. I did see him. I don't know what the agent's doing there. Maybe it's been mistranslated or something. I have no idea why you'd say that. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Maybe it's been mistranslated. Maybe we've not got the full context. I don't know. I don't know, mate. For me, it's weird. It's weird comments. I don't know why I said that. I imagine it's been mistranslated or we've not got the full context. What happened to Alain, in your opinion? Because until the derby, actually looked solid and they had our only shot on target against United. Well, first of all, I didn't even think he was that fucking bad in the first half. And I would have hooked off Ake at halftime, not Max Alain. So I'll put that out there for one. I thought Ake completely unsettled him. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Ake was so bad. I thought Ake completely unsettled the guy. Ake couldn't control the football in that first 5 minutes. And I think Alain just shit himself, if I'm being honest with you. So, yeah, I'd probably keep Alain as a fifth-choice centre-back next year. I'd keep him as a fifth-choice centre-back. I'd loan Vita Hayes out to a Premier League club next season, and then I'd make a decision the year after. Because at that point, by the way, the year after next, Diaz will be 30. So you might, do you cash in on Diaz in 2 years' time, get 20, 30 million back, which, again, pays for 50% nearly of your transfer when you originally bought him. You then bring Vita Hayes into the squad. You've got Huznov, Guehi, Gvardiol as your sort of three main guys. You've got Vita Hayes as your fourth choice. And then you've got Alain as your fifth choice. You've got to start looking at when... One thing that I think we need to learn going forward, and we have been pretty good at this in the past, but I do feel over the last few years, we've sort of not really done it right, is moving players on at the right time. We've done it with Mahrez. We moved him on at the right time. Yeah. And by the way, when you move players on at the right time, fans will moan because fans will say, we should have kept him for another year, aka me with Mahrez. Yeah. Some people did it with fucking KDB in the summer. Some people did it this summer with Bernardo. Some people would have done it after the treble with Walker, blah, 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 blah. Right. You know what I mean? With different players. But I just think, we need to get back into that. We're in control. We're making a decision and we're going to move players on at the right time. So that's how I'd play it. That's how I personally would play it. By the way, people talk about Donnarumma. His agent said that if he can go back to Italy, he's going to go back to Italy or something like that. Yeah, basically he said, Donnarumma's agent basically said he wants to go back to Italy. It was weird, bro. It's weird. It don't make sense. I'm going to hazard a guess that it's either been mistranslated or there's a big piece of context pie that has not been served to us. Because otherwise, that just doesn't make sense whatsoever. He's literally just signed for the football club. Yeah. Echeverri should have stayed. Well, I did say he should have stayed in the summer, but people were saying no, he wouldn't play. And then Cherky and Foden got injured at the same time within a month. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Echeverri. Echeverri has now gone to Girona. Oh, by the way, have you seen Thingy's gone to Stegen? Have you seen that news? Yo, Girona might survive. Girona actually might survive, bro. They've just signed to Stegen, which is crazy, man. Oh, they're actually doing all right now. Oh no, they're not. They're only 5 points off of relegation. I looked at it. They've seen the 10th. Right, they've won 4 out of the last 5 games. Girona. What? Where's that come from, bro? The last time I checked the La Liga table, they were 17th, and now they're 10th. They won 4 out of the last 5 games. Yo, fair play to them. Yeah, well, let's see. Top 4. I don't know, Bailey, if you're watching, right? But I commented on your thing before about top 4 charge. I literally had no idea they were 10th. I thought they were 17th. That's why I put it, because it's a bit of a joke. But maybe they could actually do it, man. They're only... they're quite far off. Maybe Europa League. They're 10 points off a Europa League spot. 10 points off a Europa League spot. Albie, do you think we should have recalled Vita Hayes instead of Alain? Yes, as a Manchester City fan, yes, I do think we should have recalled Vita Hayes instead of Alain because Vita Hayes is better than him. However, that was never going to happen because of the CFG and the position that Girona are in. It was never going to happen because Girona are still in a relegation scrap. They might be 10th, but they're 5 points off relegation. So they're in a relegation scrap. So we were never going to recall Vita Hayes as a club. I'm not a CFG fan. I'm not a Girona fan, so that doesn't bother me. So I would have recalled Vita Hayes, but I also understand that the club were never going to do that because of the CFG model. Yeah. Echeverry cooks and gets them Europe. Yeah, maybe, man. Maybe. The problem with him, Lewis, is he's not kicked a ball in a year. He's not kicked a ball in a year, man. He's not kicked a ball in a year. Which is not ideal. For a young player, that is far from ideal, man. I mean, you've seen what's happened to fucking Bob. I mean, he's fell off a cliff. I have no idea what's going on with that guy. Yeah. Oh, my God. Bro, I was so hopeful for this player, and I don't know what's happened there, but Pep did not sound particularly pleased in the press conference. I don't know if you've seen it. Big up to Twin City Blues, who says, Pep at his presser, you are a scientist, eh? You are the one. Yeah, man. Listen, Pep can move mad in the press conferences, you know. Sometimes he moves a little bit crazy, you know. So yeah, we can see if he fixes his team. I'm sure he will. But if you want to win the league, he's got to fix it real quick. Otherwise, you're not going to win it. You're not going to win it. But yeah, big up to you, Twin City, man. I appreciate the super chat, man. Oh, he's become a member as well. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the membership, bro. Big up to you. Oh, big up to Josh as well. He's also become a member. Big up to Josh. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, buddy. And big up to Thomas as well. Big up to you, mate. I think I did respond to your Instagram, Tom, didn't I? If I didn't, I'll respond to it later. But I did see your Instagram message, man. So if I didn't respond, I'll respond later. Big up to Josh. Big up to Twin City, and big up to Thomas. 3 new members in the stream. Love to see it. Big up Thomas, man. No. He can't play. I see a lot of people asking this question. No, Guehi can't play in the next 2 Champions League games. He can only play after. Who did we say? It was the same last year. Do you remember Marmouche? We got Marmouche, but he couldn't play in the games. Did he play against Madrid in the playoff? Did he play against Madrid in the playoff, Marmouche, last year? Or is it only last 16 he can play in? I think he did play I think he played in the playoff, and I said, that's not right, that. He did play in the playoff. He did play in the playoff, yeah. I don't think that's right, mate. I don't think that's right. I don't see that playoff as like the next round. I still see it as part of the league phase. You know, it's sort of like, well, it's like the playoffs in the championship. It's still, the playoffs is still part of the league. Like, you're still getting the same thing. You go up. So, yeah, I don't think that's right, personally. I don't think that should be allowed. But anyway, we were still shit. We still got beat. Yeah, Haaland got injured. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I remember Cassimo. I remember it now, bro. I do remember it now. What about Savinho? Well, for Savinho, for me, he's got 5 months to prove that he should stay at the football club, because the problem with him is declined. He's got worse this year than he was last year. I didn't think Savinho was that bad last year, mate. His problem was that he couldn't score goals. He actually done some decent numbers. I think he got 13 assists. He was in the worst City team that we've seen in a decade. I thought that he did all right last year. The problem is this year he's got worse, and that's undisputable. So, you know, he's got 5 months for me now. He's going to come back from this injury. Hopefully, by the time he comes back, the team can be playing better, and he can get some opportunities to play in the team, with the team playing better, and hopefully he will play better. Yeah, I just want to see a little bit of something from... I've not fully given up on Savio, me. Like, I still like him. I do. And I know people will be like, but he's shit, LB, and he can't score goals. And I know he can't score goals. I know he can't. But I still think he's a good player, man. I think he's got major confidence issue. But at the same time, you can't just keep players forever. You know? He's a played player, and he got a brand new contract, man. Now, I'm not on Big Six. Stop lying to yourself, LB. No, I'm saying, though, how do you say that name? Is that an Irish name, that? Chian? Is that, I don't know how you say your name. Chian, is it? Kian? Chian? Let me know how you say your name in the chat, bro. Some of these Irish names, proper fucking, like, difficult to say, man. Kian. Right, there you go. Big up, bro. No, Kian, the thing is, though, yeah, I'm also saying if he doesn't perform in the next 5 months, I would let him go in the summer, 100%. I'd let him go. You know what I want to see a little bit of? And it's going to be difficult. I want to see a little bit this more McAdoo, me. I want to see a little bit more of this McAdoo. See what he's about. Because he, obviously, you know, the opposition's the opposition, right? I know people will be like, LB, stop glazing a mid-team. You know what I mean? But I thought he looked pretty good, man. I've seen him a lot in the academy. He's an exciting player. I think we got him from Chelsea back in the day, actually, a couple of years ago or something. But he looks like an exciting player, full of energy, full of desire. So yeah. What are you saying, Martin? Chat, should I challenge this? What are you challenging me on? Go on. What are you challenging me on, mate? LB's been called out in the chat by Martin. Yo, big up Cade, bro. What are you saying, mate? Send you the link. Oh, it's an official challenge. All right, chat, it's an official challenge. We've been called out. It's popping off. LB called out by Martin. I don't even know what I've said. Big up to Brandon says, LB, once we are going through that calm before the storm, remember during the treble year, we drew v Forest and then we turned on. The same will happen again. Well, that's what I've been saying going to happen all year, Brandon, and it's not fucking happened yet. And we're nearly at the end of January. I've been saying it since August. I've been saying the same thing since August. At some point this season, we're going to click into gear. September. At some point, we're going to click into gear. October. At some point, we're going to, not November, December. I'm now in January. I'm still saying the same thing, and it's like can I keep saying this without just looking like a fucking moron? I hope you're right, and I believe that you're right. I've been saying it all year, but it's still not happening. Yeah, but Fiddy, we'll get to February, and then I'll be saying it in March. Martin's called me out.
You know it's serious when I'm in the car.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Shit.
What have I done?
Right. You absolute waffler.
What have I said? I don't even know what I've said.
First of all, two things. You told me Oscar Bob was going to be the next big thing.
I did say that. You
promised me Oscar Bob was going to be the next big thing.
Martin, watch this goal, bro. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Come on. Stay.
Yeah, we're done. What a goal. What a goal. That's his biggest highlight at Manchester, sir.
No, it's not. It's got that goal against Newcastle a few years ago.
All right, then. Micah Hamilton scored a goal in the Champions League.
He did.
Should I go and get his name on me back?
He did. Great goal as well, by the way. Great finish.
It was a great goal by Oscar Bob, by the way. What a finish.
No,
but I will say this.
No, listen. I respond to that claim. Oscar Bob, listen, I was a big fan of Oscar Bob. I'm a big fan of Oscar Bob. I think he's a very, very, very talented player. I think that he has been seriously hurt in terms of his development by that injury that he got.
He's been butt hurt.
Yeah, that injury that he got with that leg break, I think, has fucked him over. And now,
hang on, the guy won't travel. The guy's opted out. He don't want no part of it no more.
No, but we don't know that, do we? We don't
Nah. Yes, we do. Come out the manager's mouth. So when any other player does that, if that was Johnny Stones that had done that, or that was Savinio that had done that, there'd be hatred. By the way, I'm not advocating hatred of Oscar Bob. There'd be memes and shows and emergency streams on these people that are bad rep in Manchester City Football Club. And you know it. You just said, by the way, here's my thing. Savio's got 10 months to prove it. 5 months. The guy's got an abductor injury. He's not going to be here for 2 of them. You're giving him 10 weeks.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, no, basically what I'm saying is, I'm saying that, like, you've got to show me something, man. You've got to show me something.
I agree. He needs to improve. I just think saying he's got 10 weeks, which I get, I know what you say. 10 weeks is like when he's injured for like two of the months that he's got left because of this stupid abductor he's got, which, by the way, I hope he does come back. He's 21. I'd give him 1 more season, Savio. I'd give him the same time we've given Doku.
Right.
That's what I'd do. And by the way, I think Doku's massively improved. If Savio doesn't improve, in fact, no, change it. I give him till the January window next year. So he's got 1 year from now for me. 1 year. He's got the end of the season to get fit, get back. Then he has got from August till January. If you don't do it in then, I'd sell him. You can sell him for 20 million then if you want, 30 mil, whatever you want. He's kept his money. I'd still give him that time till January.
Yeah, no,
That's
the
all
thing
I'm
is for
saying.
me, yeah, I'm not like out here saying, oh, like force him out the club, like we've got to get rid of him. I just think like if you need, like, I'm not being funny, but he obviously knows that he's not been good this season, yeah.
No, I agree.
Well, when he comes
No,
back,
no. I think he's been good in the chat. It's very weird with Savio because I actually think he's been very good in the Champions League and pants in the Premier. I think
no, he was good
the
against
Champions League
Villarreal.
for
I
some
think he
reason-
actually got man of the match against Villarreal.
I know.
Napoli come off the bench. Monaco, he come off the bench.
Yeah.
Dortmund, I don't remember. Leverkusen,
Dortmund
he was dog
was
shit. He was dog shit against Leverkusen, Martin.
Everyone was dog shit. in
Everyone was
Leverkusen.
dog shit. And then Madrid, he come off the bench and did a decent job.
Yeah.
So he's had one good game and one good game off the bench in the Champions League. I give you that.
Yeah, it could be one of them people where I think the Premier League might be just too quick and too aggressive for the kid.
Do you think he needs to
Which
bulk
is
up a little bit?
Yeah, 100%. I think he's a bit soft to knock off the ball. I think a strong punt of wind knocks him over.
Yeah.
But saying
By the
that,
way-
I
by
think
the way,
other than
Stuart-
Semenyo, I think
Stuart,
all our
right.
wingers are soft.
It's a good point that I think a lot of people forget, and I have spoke about
Go
this
on.
before. The guy doesn't speak English, yeah. It's got to be tough for him. He's just come. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It is tough for these players, right? But at the same time, like this is one of the reasons
We're not here
that
to
we
mod. No, that's why I'm giving him till just 12 months. I think if he hadn't have had the injury, I'd have probably given him to the end of the season. This injury, though, I extended it a bit for me because I think he's got a bad injury, going to be out a while. The Oscar Bob thing, I'll be honest, I'm shocked by his attitude a little bit, probably. Do I understand him being hurt? Because he's probably thinking, he's seen Semenyo come in, but unfortunately, it's time to get ruthless.
No,
We're
I
trying
agree.
to build a win
I
now
agree.
squad. We're trying to build a squad. We're trying to build a squad that is capable. I mean, you look at our centre back options next season. That's quality all the way through. You're going to have 4 top centre backs. You bring a Victor Hayes back. So you've got youth, you've got power, you've got pace, you've got the experience amongst them all. None of them are injury prone. You brought in a Mark Guehi at his prime age. He's a great passer of the ball. I think his heading could be a little bit improved, but I think you can always improve somewhere. But I think with Gavardio, Diaz, Guehi, and you're going to have Hushinov, and you're going to have Victor Hayes back. That is a quality back 5. That is 5 top centre backs.
The squad is now a win now squad. It's not a fucking.
Of course it is.
Yeah, we're going
Of course
to sit
it
here and do a
is.
phase approach like Arsenal. Yeah, no, that's not the thing,
Yeah.
bro. This we got Pep Guardiola, the greatest manager that's ever lived. We're not giving him all these players to say don't win anything for 3 fucking years. No, it's this
Yeah.
squad we believe can win trophies and the majors, and it should be competing. And I'm seeing people tell me that this team is ahead of expectations. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that one little bit. I'm sorry, I do not believe that one little bit. I think we're behind in terms of the league where we should be. That doesn't mean it's a disaster because it's still recoverable. Yeah, but and obviously we've had injury problems. Yeah, that's obviously been
Oh
disappointing.
God! I've had a message through Doc who's got a knock. I'm finished.
Are you being serious?
I've just had a WhatsApp. Just come up on my phone then. Doc who's got a knock.
Are you taking the fucking piss?
Do our players just do they go for a shit and get injured? What did they do?
I genuinely think that they need to do a full review on like the injury people, man, at City, mate. Because I'm not being funny here. These last 2 years of injuries has been crazy.
Do you think there's something in this? And I know Liverpool were bantering. Do you think there's something in this Pep Linders? What Liverpool fans said? Or do you think it's just bad luck?
No, because he wasn't here last year, was he? And our injuries were arguably worse last year.
Well, we're
It's
getting
probably
injuries all
improved slightly.
now.
You know what I'd do
Nico
tomorrow?
G's
Yeah?
out again.
You know what I'd do tomorrow, me? Yeah,
Go on.
I'm a bugging here. I play McAdoo right wing. Is that bugging or no? I play
I'd go
Semenyo
for
left wing, McAdoo right wing.
If Doku's injured, then yeah, I'd do that. I would. You'd have options because you haven't got Semenyo either, have you?
No, you just told me he was injured.
No, well, I was going to say Doku's got a knock. I don't know if that's a knock out. That's all I'm at. I will ask when I come off here. Is that a knock? He's out. By the way, have you seen all the kids he's taken over there?
Well, they're all injured, aren't they?
It looks like a school. Looks like a school trip party.
Shout out Joe, yeah. My mate sent me a message today in the chat, yeah. We can make a full starting 11 again from injured players. You know that?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, Nico G's out for a bit. Hopefully, well, we'll see when he's back. Do you know what the scary thing is? You're having to literally roll Rodri out when you don't really need. Rodri shouldn't be getting spammed 90 minutes at the moment, but because of the situation we're in, we've no choice.
Yeah, I know.
But saying that, and even keep an eye on. I wouldn't mind O'Reilly going and doing CDM role, but because I think he performed really well at Newcastle, especially against their midfielders.
Yeah, here you go. So. You can make a full team of players that haven't travelled, yeah? Shout out Pierre, by the way, for this. Ortega in goal, Nunes right back, Stones, Diaz, Gavadio, Kovacic, Nico Gonzalez, Bernardo Silva, Savio, Semenyo, Bob, plus Guehi.
Yeah.
You can make a full starting 11 from non-travelled Manchester City
Well,
players.
we don't know if Foden's fit, do we? Is Foden going to play in a cast if he's got this broken?
Well, no, Pep basically said in the presser that he's fine.
That doesn't mean. Well, he's been playing with a bandage on his hand for about 2 years, hasn't he? So he's got a reason to wear it now.
Nah, Pep said he's fine. He said he just got to wear a bandage on it. He's broke a couple.
Quick question. I only want to jump on. Just a quick question, because I've heard this today. What's all this? I'll take a draw tomorrow night at Bodo Glint. Where's that come from? I did a show earlier, and there's a few people like, I'll take a draw tomorrow. I'm like, balls to that. We win tomorrow. We're qualified in top 8. Get rid of your draw. I'm sorry. 6 weeks ago, we were winning the Bernabeu, and now we're going, I'll take a draw at Bodo Glint. Why? Because they've got a plastic pitch. Respect them by all means. But I'm sorry. We've got to be going out for the win tomorrow. None of this draw bullshit. Win it.
Yeah, no, we got to win the game. Mate, they've not won a single game in the tournament so far.
Yeah, what is this? Why are people sat there putting fear? Where have we got this fear factor of Bodo Glint now all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Where's that come from?
No, you can't be fucking drawing tomorrow, man. You need a response.
Yeah.
You need a response, man, from the players.
Garbage. Let's go out there and get a point, and then we'll come home and win at Galatasaray. Nah, with the amount of injuries we've got, let's win tomorrow and stick the kids out at Galatasaray. That's what I'm doing.
The 5th worst team in the tournament, 32nd in the league. Yeah. They've not won a single game.
You play on a plastic pitch. It's a bit cold.
Well, I know.
What we're doing here, is this professional football, or is this put your arm around them and look
I'd get the techie ballers out for this game, mate. Because that ball will fizz tomorrow on that pitch, rapid. When you go 5-a-side and like the ball just rapid, just goes across the pitch and it's nice and it just skids across real quick. You want the techie ballers out there, the people that move the ball rapid. That's who you want.
And you want to shoot from distance tomorrow. Got some shots
shoot on sight. What you want to do is the low shots where it bounces just before the goal.
Just bounce in front of the keeper. Yeah.
And get Haaland. If Haaland can actually run tomorrow, that'd be nice. And then get him to follow up on the shot, and then maybe he can get some tap-ins,
Well, that's what you could do. Mamouche on the wing.
Mamouche, Larry. Facts. Get Mamouche.
You got Mamouche back. By the way, the Haaland thing, I'm playing Haaland and Mamouche tomorrow. I'm resting Haaland against Wolves and Galatasaray. Full 7 Mamouche as the 9 against Wolves and Galatasaray.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Up on the league title?
No.
Do you not need to play Haaland against Wolves?
Why we didn't need to play Haaland last season against everyone? Did you see how many goals we scored last season when Haaland was injured and we had Mamouche? Scored like 15 goals in 4 games.
I actually thought we played some of our best. I actually thought we played some of our best football last year when he was injured.
I'm not being funny. We scored 15 or 16 goals in 3 or 4 games when Haaland was out. I had this debate with a gal earlier on when he went, well, without Haaland, you're rubbish. So did you see how many goals? We beat Palace 5-2, was it? We beat, was it Everton 2 or 3? We were whooping teams. not saying Haaland's a problem, but yeah, Kush can rest Haaland against Wolves. I'm not being funny. We paid 65 million quid for Mamouche.
Yeah, no.
You're telling me we can't do it?
No, I actually agree with I think Mamouche should start like the next 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. And by the way, and then you've got a fresh Haaland for Tottenham away and for Liverpool away.
And Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
If Haaland needs more than 2 games, if Haaland needs more than 2 games for the rest, then he's carrying an injury. He's carrying an injury. I'm talking about just give him the full week. No matter what, he won't even have a full rest because he's still on the bench. He's still going to be involved in the pre-match warm-ups and everything else. Just let him sit there and relax and enjoy it for 2 games.
Right. Before you go, because we're going to wrap up soon.
Go on.
Guehi signed. Thoughts on the signing? Do you like the player, first of all? Is this a player that you wanted at City or no?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
wanted him. I'm loving the way Viana. I mean, I want a job at City with the way Viana's giving out these wages at the moment. Can I get a job at City, please?
I know it's mad.
Giving out some mega wages at the minute. So go on, son.
But if you do the maths, Martin, yeah. If we was to pay him 200 grand a week, but 75 million pound transfer, that's more money than what we paid him anyway.
Yeah. No, I get that. I know why they've done it. They've paid his signing on fee through his wages to amortize it. So I get that. I do get that. So no, I'm fine with it. I think he's going to be an excellent signing. Perfect age. He's strong. He's a unit. He knows. By the way, did you see that stat earlier? He's played with Phil Foden about 46 times already.
Yeah. I've seen it.
He's not even played with him. He's played with him with England this many times. It's like,
that's crazy, man. I've seen that on the interview.
That's crazy. By the way, that interview we did with Palace, that was really good. I like that, by the way. I like that players are doing that now. Semenyo and Guehi have both said, go out with a little bit of respect. Don't do an Isaac. Don't go out like some sort of knobhead. Go out with a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
I like that because I think it shows you. By the way, I don't fully believe City was his number 1 choice. He wouldn't have needed 2.5 weeks to have a think about it otherwise.
You don't. At the same time,
I get it. Yeah.
It might have not been. City might have been his number 1 choice, but he might have been thinking, "Do I want the 10 million up front next summer, or should I wait it out?" So you don't know. The thing is, though, right? I always hear people say this, Martin, and I think it's completely and utterly ridiculous. I always hear people say, "Well, if the player's first choice isn't Manchester City, then I don't want them at the football club anymore. And if they have to think about it, I don't want them at City." And I think this is such Yadar behaviour because if you want to go for the top players, you're gonna have competition for the signature. Real Madrid wanted Haaland. You're telling me Haaland didn't speak to Real Madrid before he joined City? You're telling me that
he did. He had a European tour. He went round everyone.
Exactly.
He had a meeting at United.
They would have put the proposal.
He had a meeting at United.
He would have thought about it. So should we have not signed him because he considered going there? If you want to sign the best players, guess what? Other teams are going to want to sign him as well. So that is just, to me, that is absolutely just stupid.
And by the way, I've seen people melting down on the Donnarumma stuff. That was, I think that's just been misquoted or mistranslated.
That's what I said.
You're not going to be at City 6 months and all of a sudden, I won't mind going back to Italy. You've been here 6 months. That's got to be the worst PR.
That can't be right.
That's going to be mistranslated somewhere.
Yeah, that can't be right.
Has to be. No, that's just, But it is. No, I'm really happy with it. I think he's going to be a superb player, perfect age. So, I like the way we're getting our business done early as well, because, like I said, he was going to be someone we were looking at for the summer to replace the Stones Ake, homegrown thing. I'm really happy with the signings, and we've been quick, we've been decisive, and you know what? The biggest thing for me, we've got our number 1 targets. We've got our number 1 targets that we wanted.
Well, we've got we've got the 3rd highest goal scorer in the Premier League and the highest goal scoring winger we just signed, and you've got England's number 1 centre back? Would you say now, Matt Guehi?
You've got the best centre back in the league outside the top 4 or 5.
Yeah. So there you go.
And you've got him for 20 mil. So I can't complain about it. We move. Listen, Saturday was crap. I've got over it now. I know some haven't. It is what it is. Tomorrow night we go all guns blazing, slap these up, and then we move on to Wolves and we slap them up, and then we see where we land. Because what we've got to start doing for any title talk, are we still in it? Yeah. Are we remotely in it? A little bit. I'm not saying, I won't say we're fully in it. At the moment, Arsenal are doing us a favour. Arsenal are keeping us in it more than we're keeping ourselves in it.
Yeah, they're
that's what we've got to stop doing.
Man. They're slow bleeding us, man. Like, fucking, if you're going to put me out of misery, put me out of my misery, man. But don't stop this fucking about where you keep drawing when we lose, man.
Ask me this question. If we beat Spurs and we beat Liverpool away, because by the way, I will say this, if you were any chance at a title, I don't want to wear a draw at Liverpool's good enough. If you genuinely want to win the title this year, none of this draw at Liverpool will do. They have to go to Liverpool and win now. They've put themselves in this position. Now you've got to go and win. And I'm not, and this is going to sound, not putting pressure on it. This is the best chance you've had at going to Anfield and winning, because they're a basket case this season.
Well, I've said, Martin, you would be the same as me, but me and you have said that a number of times over the last 25 years, and we still fucking shit every time we go there. It's just the way it is.
Of course. The only time we've won there recently is when there's been no crowd. I hear it all. I get it. But the question comes then to LB, do they want the title?
Why did you miss the penalty, bro? Why you?
I was there. I was there that day as well when he did that.
Why did he have to miss the penalty, man?
Me and my son are sat behind that goal, and as soon as he stepped up, I said he's missing this, because he was leaning back like he was sat on a lounger. I knew where it were going. Yeah. I knew it was going to hit a satellite in space somewhere.
I was saying, I was going, hit the target, because my thing on penalties, Martin, I don't mind if the keeper saves it. Yeah, I still get a little bit pissed off if they save it, but
hit the target.
I can't stand footballers that miss the target on a penalty. Yeah, make the keeper make. You can take a shit penalty, but if the keeper goes the wrong way, guess what? It's a goal. These when Harry Kane did it against France, man, and he tried to top bins it and he put it up and over. Why are you trying to put it top bins, Harry Kane?
I don't care. I don't care if you miss kick a penalty, because if it's on target, there's a 50-50 with the goaler.
Exactly.
So
that's my
point. Miss kick it can go in.
That's my point.
I'm not asking for the sexiest penalty in the world. Just put the ball in the onion bag.
Yeah. Jamie
Haaland doesn't hit the sweetest penalties. He bobbles them now and again.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But no, ask me after Anfield, Tottenham, about the title.
Like Diaz. Yeah, like Diaz. Did you see that yesterday, by the way?
No.
The AFCON final. Did you not see it? No.
No, I've not watched any of the AFCON.
It was absolutely insane. So Morocco got a penalty on VAR in the last kick of the game to make it 1-0 to win the AFCON final. The Senegal players got fuming, so they walked off the pitch and went to the dressing room. They eventually come out after like 10 minutes of protesting. Brahim Diaz steps up to take the penalty to win the tournament, and he fucking penenkas it, and Mendy just stands there and catches it, and Senegal and go and win the tournament.
Oh, is that what all the Aguero stuff was about?
Yes, that's what the Aguero.
That's why all the Aguero memes came out. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, against Chelsea. Yeah, that's why.
I was wondering why all the Penenka of Aguero stuff was coming out.
Yeah, that's what's happened, man.
Now I get it. Right, big up, smash those likes. See you all soon.
See you in a bit, mate. It's all right, mate. Smash the likes up if you've not done so already. Right, let me do these super chats, and then I'm going over to Dan Potts' channel to get cooked again. I might just start sending for everybody on that channel tonight, because I can't be arsed getting rinsed again, man. Yo, their dusty clubs are we're second. How are we second in the league, man? I ain't getting shit off them tonight, man. I might have to send for them tonight. Big up Brian for the super chat, man. There's no message attached to it, but yeah, I appreciate the super chat, bro. Big up to Brandon, says we actually need defenders. Guehi and Huzanov are the best among the league. Pep always plays offensive-oriented defenders who aren't elite at defense. Yeah, well, the only time he didn't do that really was treble year. You had Walker at right back, you had Ake at left back, you had Diaz, and then Stones. Stones is more on ball than that, but yeah, the best defense we've ever had, in my opinion, was treble year, and we fucking won the treble. You know what I mean? Big up to Brandon, big up to Louis as well, who says, yes, I'll be happy Guehi is here to help us massively for the season and beyond. Desperately need a response tomorrow to get back on track. Big up, mate. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree, mate. tomorrow. I want to see a response from the players. The players know that the City fans are hurting. Yeah, no winning the last 4, getting beat off 2 teams with interim managers, Chelsea and United. Nah, the players know we're hurting as fans. I want to see a reaction. Yeah, and you know what, right? If something's going south, say we're not playing well, someone just take someone out, man. Show me that you care. Show me a little bit of passion. Big up, mate, for the 3 months. Big up, Gary as well. Says, you, bro, you got some good memory. Haha, have I? Fucking hell. That's a first. 11 jerseys with Huzanov on it and 2 with King Huzanov. Lol. I feel bad for him in the derby match. He got really exposed due to Ake's lack of pace. Yeah. I still think he had a good game overall. I just don't think it's one of his better games. But that's a positive because that means that's a flaw. As Nobbin said, that performance. Bye. I pressed the fucking button again on my mouse, man. That button's a back button. And sometimes I just hit the back button by accident. Yeah, I still think he played well, Huzanov, against United, but I don't think it was one of his best games. But still, he was good. So that tells you a lot, man. Bill Jamie says Savio needs to do a DNA test, says Jamie. Dean says, LB, thoughts on Gavadio, Guehi, Diaz, Nunes back 4, Rodri, Nico G, Cherky in front, Doku, Harler, Semenyo. I think that's filthy. I'd definitely love to see that at some point. 100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Gavadio bombs forward. That means you can put Doku in field. Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Yeah, I'd love to see it, Dean. I'll take that. Big up Dean, big up Jamie for the chats, boys. Big up to Ash as well. Our main issue is that Phillips and Kovacic are unplayable this season. Having 2 competent, okay central midfielders changes a lot. But I said at the time when that Kovacic got injured, I said, I tell you what, that's an underrated injury. I think we're going to miss him. And we have fucking missed him. We have missed Kovacic a lot more than people like. There's a lot of people who don't like him and can't stand him. I'm telling you now, we would have been in a far better position this season if Kovacic had stayed fit. 100%, I'm telling you that. Yeah. I'm not saying he's amazing or that he's fucking Zidane. Yeah, but I just think that we really miss him. We've really missed him. And because he wasn't there, we then run Nico Gonzalez into the ground. So towards the end of him, before he got injured, his performances started to dip a little bit because he was fucking knackered. So that Kovacic injury really screwed us over big time. More than people thought at the time. And as for Phillips, I mean, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest with you, but shout out to him, man. He's living his best life, so is what it is. Bill Spartacus says, I've heard there was Savio talk. What was that all about? The Savio talk was basically, do we get rid of him in the summer if he doesn't show anything in the next, well, when he gets back? 4 months. If he doesn't show anything at all in the next 4 months, do we get rid? Do we get rid? Or do we give him a 3rd year? I don't know. I don't know if we give him a 3rd year. Do we get rid? Martin said give him a 3rd year regardless, even if he's shit in the next 5 months. I'm saying I need to see something, man. Just show me something. Show me a reason to go, you know what, lads? I think we should give him a 3rd year. Let's just hang fire. That's what I'm saying. Martin's just saying give him 3rd. Some people in the chat are just saying get rid of him anyway, Spartacus. Like Lucas is saying, just get rid of him. So it depends, man. I'm just saying, show me something. Just show me anything in the next part of the season when you get back from your injury. Just anything, a bit of skill. A Premier League goal would be beautiful to get, you know, to get a 2nd Premier League goal. That would be great. Give me something to go, you know what, lads? Hang fire. Let's just give him 1 more year. At the moment, though, nah. Pulpy says, give him a 3rd year just to piss off the haters. There you go. Does he even want a 3rd year at City, though? I mean, that's a very fair question, Metalton. I don't know. That's a good question, mate. Nah, bring back Echa Messi. I mean, I'm down for bringing back Echa Messi, mate. I am. And big up to Bennywell as well for the another member. 4 members in the chat, man, today. Big up, lads. Appreciate the 4 new members. Right, sweet. I've got to go on Dan Potts' channel, man. Honestly, Mondays are rough when we lose, you know. Fucking getting cooked all day. But yeah, I'm going on Dan Potts' channel now. I will redirect you. I might just start swinging, man. I can't lie. I can't be asked getting cooked off like dead Jews, a Spurs fan. You see that this morning? George trying to cook me. He's fucking 14th in the league. And everybody else is below me bar Arsenal. And I don't even think we've played well. So, yeah. Anyways, big up, lads. Hope you enjoyed this stream, as always. Hopefully, I've provided you with a source of entertainment and smiles during your Monday evening. Enjoy your tea. Enjoy your scran. Time for Corey. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.